Top 10 flying cars from around the world. The Wright brothers were the first to successfully create a flying machine in 1903, but even today, with hundreds of flights per day being made by airplanes, the concept of a flying car hasn't been fully realized. Or has it? A wide range of flying vehicles that can be utilized both on land and in the air have been gathered by us. While some are still prototypes, others are completely functional. So let's honor these incredible individuals and their flying cars. Number 12. Kitty Hawk Flyer. The Kitty Hawk Flyers seemed more like a pleasant recreational vehicle than a replacement for a car. For reasons of health and safety, it is only intended to fly a short distance over water at this time. Kitty Hawk, which has received backing from Larry Page, the CEO of Alphabet, wants to begin selling the Flyer by the end of this year. So it is clear that the company means business. Since you don't need a pilot's license and it can only hold one person at once, Kitty Hawk is convinced you'll be able to learn to fly in no time. Engine: 8 electronic rotors. Range: 15 miles. Number 11. GF7. Although the GF7 is still at the concept stage, creator Greg Brown and Dave Fawcett thinks it may offer remarkably quick transport between cities. It is propelled by a 50 kWh battery pack that can be recharged by the jet engine while it is in the air. As a result, driving and flying are always possible without the need to constantly stop and recharge. It will cost between $3 and $5 million if and when it is operational, plus the expense of getting a pilot's license. Maximum speed: 550 miles per hour in the air, 100 miles per hour on the road. Max altitude: 12,000 meters. Reach: 80 to 120 miles on the road, 700 to 1,000 miles in the air. Number 10. Airbus Pop Up. The Airbus Pop Up is a unique kind of taxi service. Passengers will be able to book a pop-up cab via an app, and depending on the user's preferences, their destination, the amount of traffic, and other variables, one of a flying vehicle or a car will be sent to pick them up. However, if traffic on the road gets worse while you're driving, you can call a flying module to come to pick you up. You can detach your seat's connections to the road module to be lifted away and to your destination. The ground and air modules automatically return to the closest charging station to await the next reservation after travelers have arrived at their destination. Engine: completely battery powered. Range: 62 miles. Number 9. Aerofex Aero X. Essentially a flying bike, the Aerofex Aero X resembles a Star Wars land speeder in appearance, although it can only lift 2 people to 10 feet in the air. Aerofex envisions it being utilized for search and rescue missions, border enforcement, or surveying. Alternately, you might take it outside and have some fun. According to Aerofex, the price will be a fraction of the most basic airplane or helicopter when it launches. Max speed: 45 miles per hour in the air. Max altitude: 10 feet. Engine: normally aspirated 3-rotor rotary engine. Reach: 1 hour 15 minutes flight time. Number 8. Neva Aviation Airquadone. As its name suggests, the Airquadone is a flying quad. It is entirely electric, weighs only 500 kilograms, and is built to transport loads up to 100 kg. A projected hybrid version should increase this to 60 minutes of flight time from the completely electric version's maximum flight time of 30 minutes. Neva envisions the Airquadone being utilized for security force applications transportation, and the ability to carry large weights without a human pilot. Max speed: 50 miles per hour in the air. Max altitude: 3,000 feet. Engine: static thrust electric turbofans. Range: 60 minutes flight time. Number 7. Moller Skycar 400. The Moller Skycar 400 genuinely has a futuristic appearance. Given that it is currently in the operational prototype stage, it might not be long until you spot one in the skies. With 8 engines to cover any potential engine failures, which, of course, we hope won't happen, it can take off and land vertically. The Skycar 400 is difficult to value. However, one did sell for $3.5 million above reserve at an auction. It wasn't bought. Max speed: 331 miles per hour in the air, 30 miles per hour on the road. Max altitude: 36,000 feet. Range: 805 miles. Number 6. PAL v Liberty. Because it is the same size as a typical car, the PAL V Liberty tries to blend in with the landscape. At the touch of a button, it can switch from a car to a gyroplane, allowing you to quickly launch into the air. When flying in poor weather, according to PAL V, you can land, drive somewhere safer, and then take off again. PAL V has not specified a release date for the Liberty, but for £499,000, you may purchase the Pioneer Edition, of which only 90 will be constructed. Later on, a regular sport version will be sold for £299,000. Max speed 112 miles per hour in the air, 99 miles per hour on the road. Max altitude 3,500 meters. Engine wind-powered rotor. Range 817 miles on the road, 310 miles in the air. Number 5. Flike. The Flike tricopter, which can transport a single passenger weighing up to 100 kilograms, also claims to be capable of unmanned autonomous flying. Although the onboard computer is set to make flying it relatively simple, you will still need a microlight pilot's license to operate it. Flike says that the cost of their tricopter will be similar to sports vehicles, but has not yet provided a number. Max speed 62 miles per hour in the air. Max altitude 30 meters. Engine electric/hybrid powertrain. Range 60 minutes flight time. Number 4. Terrafugia TF-X. With the use of folding wing technology, the Terrafugia TF-X will be able to change from a car to a flying vehicle in less than a minute. Even better, you won't even need to go to an airport to take off. All you need is a clearing with a minimum diameter of 30 meters. The TF-X will include a fully automatic mode that will do your takeoff, flight, and landing. Setting the course is all that is required, although the price has not yet been disclosed. Terrafugia claims that it will be comparable to high-end luxury vehicles. Max speed 200 miles per hour. Range 500 miles. Number 3. Delorean DR-7. Paul Delorean, the famous DMC-12 creator John's nephew, came up with the idea for the Delorean DR-7. The DR-7 is the first endeavor of Delorean Aerospace, which Paul now owns and runs. After completing its proof of concept testing, the DR-7 is now looking for financing to do a manned test flight. If and when it eventually goes for sale, it's anticipated to fetch between $250,000 and $300,000, with the hope that it will be operating by the end of 2018. Max speed 300 miles per hour in the air. Range 120 miles. Number 2. Autogyro Gyrodrive. Pavel Brezina, a 51-year-old Czech, is the creator of the Nirvana Autogyro Gyrodrive. Similar to Little Nelly from the James Bond movie, You Only Live Twice. It functions primarily as a little helicopter, but can also be driven on the road. Brezina thinks his invention is the first flying car that has ever been approved for the road. Depending on the specification, pricing can range from $63,500 to more than $180,000. Maximum speed 112 miles per hour in the air, 25 miles per hour on the road. Engine helicopter-style rotor blades. Range 373 miles. Number 1. Aeromobil 4.0. If someone asks you to draw what a flying car looks like, you probably would depict the Aeromobil 3.0, which was developed by the Slovakian business Aeromobil. The wings fold up neatly along the fuselage when the vehicle is in car mode and unfolds when flying is desired. It features what you may describe as traditional wheels, which are remarkably light and robust enough to withstand airport landings, with screens that show traffic information when in car mode and flip to flight information when you take off. The interior is not too dissimilar from cars on the road today. Maximum speed 100 miles per hour in the air, 45 miles per hour on the road. Engine Aeromobil Custom 2.0. L-turbocharged 4-cylinder boxer internal combustion engine. Range 62 miles.